Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about the astrological aspects for the coming week. And it's going to be an intense week for a lot of reasons, one of which is at the very end of the week on Saturday, it's Christmas. And so these national and religious holidays bring up a lot. And the stars, the astrology, is definitely going along with the a lot coming up and what type of a lot will likely be coming up. So we start with Sunday, yesterday, the planet Venus. Venus rules relationships, women, value, especially self-value. It rules balance. It rules healing. Venus will be has gone, as of yesterday, retrograde. That is, it'll appear to move backwards. When a planet goes backwards, retrograde, it gives us the opportunity to redo, retrograde, rethink, redo, research. In this case, what's happening is your relationships will need for your relationships to be on the table so that you can examine them and see what works for them, what works for you rather, and what does not work for you. And your relationships are not only with other people, they are with ideas, they're with belief systems, relationships with yourself. How is your relationship with yourself, with your ideas, with your belief systems, with other people, with concepts? How is your relationship working? Because the relationships that we're all involved in now, with Venus making the aspects makes, are also, the relationships are also transforming, because Venus is going to be connecting with the planet Pluto several times in this transit as it moves backwards from yesterday, December 19th, to January 29th. It's going to move backwards. And then, as of January 29th, it's going to move forward. So we'll get to go over everything we learned, hopefully, everything we realized, everything we got during the retrograde, and put things to right. So it's really important that you, I'd say, keep a journal of literally keep a journal of your relationships. As I said, relationship with self, relationship with ideas and belief systems, relationships with others. So this is a biggie, and it'll be going on for quite a while. As of today, Mercury, the planet of intellect, the planet of communication, the planet of how we gather and process information, is in a beneficial, harmonious aspect to the planet Uranus. When Mercury and Uranus come together, brilliance happens, because Uranus is the planet of genius, of divine and unique insight, of profound vision. So when the way we think comes together with the opportunity for profound vision, we can have miraculous, wonderful things happen. Great realizations, great understanding, and great giveness, not forgiveness, giveness, giving to ourselves, giving to our concepts, giving to our belief systems what is so and what is true. Now, Mercury, communication, Uranus also rules the new, the very, very, very new. So Uranus is going to be trining Mercury. So we're going to be asked to think differently, to think more openly, to be more expressive, and more expressive in a way that allows new thought, new concepts, new ideas to come in. Tuesday, tomorrow, at 10:59 a.m. Eastern Time, the sun goes into the sign Capricorn. So we are at the very end of Sagittarius time, and as of Tuesday at 10:59 a.m. on the East Coast, we will be in Capricorn time. What does that mean? Well, among other things, you do know that we have several holidays in this several week from Thanksgiving to the end of the first week in January span. And so this is a very emotional time. It's emotional because of memories. These are the kinds of times that create the kinds of memories that either we're trying to get away from, or we're trying to duplicate. In this case, when the sun enters Capricorn, we start doing practical things, the mundane, attending to the mundane, especially as far as those memories are concerned. We're starting to try and duplicate on I'd say on a level that's more pleasing to us. Our experiences, our emotional experiences during that time. We're also, in addition to being sentimental, we're also trying to eliminate, because Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, looks at what is, looks at the mundane, and wants to fix things, wants to adjust things so that things work in the way Capricorn likes them to work. This is a great thing because Capricorn is a builder. Although some things don't need to be built, they just need to be acknowledged that they either worked or they didn't, and that a change is necessary or it isn't, and then time for the change or not. And I have a lot of ors there because there's a consciousness here. Mercury is involved because remember, Mercury is trine Uranus the day before. So you have an opportunity to be clear about moving forward. Actually, you have a mandate about moving forward. And the sun going into Capricorn, the time of practical things, the time of contingency, the time of the mundane, the sun goes into Capricorn. It's also a spiritual time. Did you know that Capricorn is the most spiritual of all the signs? Wow, an earth sign, dull, mundane Capricorn, although I don't think we're dull at all, has a tendency to keep plodding along. How can that be spiritual? Well, Capricorn rules the skeletal system, our structure, and it rules the skin, which is our covering. And so therefore, it's a house for the soul, a structure and a house for the soul. And so therefore, it's a temple. So the soul is developing and progressing and healing and moving on within the temple of the physical space, the body. That's us, Capricorns. So it'll be a time of practicality and a time of celebration because of how our calendar is set up. So do remember that the practical is important, and do remember to celebrate yourself and your life in a mundane way. Mundane, material goods, material things. And sometimes material things and material goods are more than just have-tos. Sometimes they're, wow, I'd like to. Remember that Venus, which rules gifts and jewelry, that Venus is going retrograde. How can you use that retrograde Venus in the Capricorn time to really make something, and make something lasting of your value, something lasting of who you are? This is an excellent time for review and an excellent time to make something out of what you have reviewed, what you come up with. On Thursday, we have a very intense aspect. The planet Saturn, the planet of the mundane, Saturn also rules Capricorn, the planet of the world, worldly matters, and also, in a very big way, the planet of spiritual matters. And Saturn is also the Lord of Karma. Saturn is going to be square exactly, an abrasive, frictional aspect to the planet Uranus. Well, we've heard Saturn and we've heard a lot of Uranus just in the few minutes I've been talking. So Saturn is the status quo. Saturn is the what is. Saturn is, this is the way it's always been. This is the system we use. This is the way I like to do it. I don't see why I need to change. And Uranus is change. Uranus never comes along and says change for some arbitrary reason. Uranus comes along and says it's time for you to let go of the old and move toward the new. So Saturn, Uranus, the conflict comes in when you resist what you need to do. So here's a hint: surrender. Because the old systems They worked in the past, but there are new and better systems. And these systems will work better and will move you forward faster, more clearly, more directly from now and going forward. And that's what Saturn is about, staying here. There's some things great for staying here. Uranus is about moving forward. So going forward, Uranus, go with ease. Let the energy of that frictional aspect, because it takes friction to make anything go, to make engines go, lubricate those moving parts with willingness and surrender. And all kinds of brilliant, radical, wonderful new thought and new ways will come in, because that is the way of Uranus. Uranus is also going to be asking us to tell our own truth. The truth to yourself. Between Uranus and the planet Pluto and the planet Saturn, this is an excellent time for self-truthing. So what do you need to tell yourself? That's why keeping that journal of your relationships and your relationships with your belief systems and with other people and with even your value system and your value of you. This is all very important. So on Saturday, well, actually, we do have something more happening. Saturday, we have one more biggie happening, and that is not only Christmas. Saturday is also the day that Venus, the planet of relationships, of healing, of value, especially self-value, also the planet of gifts, comes into a conjunction. That is to say, it's exactly in the same degree as the planet Pluto. Pluto rules transformation. Pluto rules healing on the deepest level. Pluto rules truth on the deepest level. Pluto rules power and control. Venus and Pluto are coming together. So what can that mean? Well, it definitely means you need to be going over your list of relationships, your list of relating, your list of what needs to be let go of, because Pluto, transformation, let it go. And Venus is what I value. Venus is how healthy I am. Venus is my relationships. Venus is my sense of self. So allow yourself to go along, not necessarily be swept up with, but to go along with the program. The program it's saying that Uranus, you've got to change the way you think about yourself. Mercury, trine Uranus. And there's also you've got to let go of the past and move into the present, which is leading to the future. That it will be Saturn square Uranus. And on Saturday, Venus conjunct Pluto. Examine, 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 and cut away what does not work in your relationship world. It's very important. Venus conjunct Pluto is also a very passionate time. Venus is creativity. If you've got an idea for something, that might be a good day to get started on making it so. Venus is also relationship passion. So if you've got an idea for someone, that might be a great time to make that go as well. And on that note, I say to you, have a great week, a great continuation of this several weeks long holiday season, and be yourself. As Oscar Wilde said, everyone else is taken. Lots of joy. Bye.